Hi guys, welcome to another Computing Corner episode, and in this video we're going to have a look at Windows Server 2003. Now there isn't a lot here because, as you can see in the difference straight away, we've got more admin tools than we do in XP, and control panels now shown as a list. But I've set it up in the way that it will show up like that, and also the default listing is shown by details. I'm just wondering if I can change the file. Yeah. And I had to set the sounds up separately. I had to set them all up manually, so then I didn't, well, because they weren't set up automatically. So I managed to sort all that out, and I put it under XP. Let's click cancel on that. And the automatic updates isn't working either. No matter what I tried update wise, it just wasn't going to work. So there are no updates in this point. Also, another thing you'll notice that there are no games. You don't have Windows Media Player either. You've also don't have much else either. But I have installed Office 2003 and Visual Studio 2003. So I'm going to open up my rings counter, and then do some updates. So I've had to manually reset everything up so that it would then allow me then just to carry on from where I left off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some group boxes which will then allow me then just to put everything into order. Like such. So we'll go rings group. And then rings. And then what I'm going to do is I'll leave that as it is for now. Get rid of that. And then that sorts that out. And I think at this point, I'll be able to make it a bit larger. I think 48 is too big. Let's try 40. Yeah, that will do it. And then what we'll do after that, open that out a bit more. Just try 36. There we go, that's about as good as I'm going to get it. Change the font again. Not that. And then I think I might just have to make the grid size, the size of this a bit larger. So let's try 90. Try 95. 94. 93. 92. 91. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. And then I'll widen those out. Like that. Yeah, that's going to have to do it. And then that takes care of that. Also, I want to make this now read only and no border. Like that. And then we'll do the same with lives in a bit, but I just want to be able to test that out. And that works just right. Until it comes up as game over. So in that case, then what I'm going to do is on that, I'm just going to update it so it then just says 0. Get rid of that. And then you know it's still game over because you can't do anything else. And then I'll add in another group box. and then call it lives group. And then we'll do that. And then practically do the same here. As I did with the rings. So that would be 40, Arial bold 40. Make that read only. Make that read only. Get rid of the border. And then we get rid of that. Make sure that it's consistent with what we've got there as well. And eventually we will add Suncast to that. But for now, I think we're good to go. Let's see what that does. So that's working well. That works as well. So it's that and that. And that now works, and it's much more better to see. So the other thing I wanted to look at was seeing if I can just see if I can make an exe out of it. So I can't see anything here at the moment. There's your ring properties. You can no longer build. You can no longer make an exe by in the file menu. Let me just have a look at the help. Okay. Right, well, I guess then I'll just have to leave that as it is. Let me save all. And then I'm able to come out of that. And next thing we wanted to look at, really not much we can do here, since there are no updates and not much else. So we'll take care of that. Oh, just I'll point out this version of Office is the last version to have front page and the Office Assistant. Let me just save that. And then we'll go into front page, see what it looks like. And we've also got 2 new apps to look at as well. Let's go back into my D drive. Open that in front page. And then we'll save that. Got the usual, but then you can now change it so it's, I mean, you could do that last time. But then you just save it as such. Let's come out of that. And that now opens up as front page, which then does that. Now that's the last time you'll see front page. But what we can look at this point is we've got InfoPath, which was introduced in this version of Office. Have a look at the layout. Right, let me change that size up. And then we can do an optional section there as well. And then we, at this point, let me see what happens if I now fill that, if I now want to fill that out. The other thing I can, the only other thing, preview the form. Now you've got that as well, and it saves up. So you've then got as well. Let me just save this form. Could publish this as well. And then I'll come out of that. I've also noted I've taken care of all of that off screen, so there's nothing to worry about. Let's have a look at work 7. Of course, I agree. I'm going to register later. No. So this one still doesn't show your name. but now it's now updated so that you can start a blank project or just do the usual of that. I've set up a works database as well, which I'll update quickly here. And then so we've got that, and then we'll save that. It's interesting that you might discover what I've got going on here, but then also I did want to have a look. This is what I made ages ago, but now that's coming up as the same. So if I then make that $18, it now looks exactly the same. So you can no longer detect the difference. Whereas you could in earlier versions. So I made a few months ago. I say a few months ago. Definitely seems like ages. And now we've got an unbind because binder is no longer supported. And I did a picture for Windows Server 2003, which is, this is what I came up with. Well, another thing I wanted to look at, which is a brand new program that was added to Office 2003, was OneNote. But there we go. So now if this is what OneNote looks like. Whoops, would help if I could spell. And then I want to save that as that. And then I'll close it off, and you get to, hopefully, there it is. I think this looks like more of an updated version of what you'd expect to see in Binder. Because if you have another look, you do subpages in that. I think this is now that I come to think about it, it's like a binder, but you can now do voice recording in this, whereas in binder you couldn't. You can now do voice recording in this, whereas in binder you couldn't. That's interesting. You can now do voice recording in this, whereas in binder you couldn't. Let's save that. Yeah, just put anything everywhere, so it's like an EE type of thing as well. Right, let's come out of that. And you've also got this shown as well. That's if it upgrades. There it is. You can now do voice recording in this, whereas in binder you couldn't. That's interesting. So now what we're going to do with that is I'll do OneNote audio. Whoops. To help if I could spell. I spelled Microsoft wrong. Grab a new folder. You in there. And there we go. So that's what it looks like, and that's what space I've used up so far. Let's come out of that. That's those two taken care of. Let me just clear the list. Then what we're going to do at this point is, well, not really much else left for me to do. So I mentioned there's no games or anything else. So I think I'm just going to I'm just got to call it here for this video. But I hope you enjoyed whatever you could of it. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.